Hello, my love. We are going to keep this short and sweet today, but I wanted to make this video to talk about how the way you hold yourself matters. So many things to say about this, and if I'm being completely honest, creating the time and the space and the energy, which I don't really feel like I have, but hi, here I am. Mustering up all of those things felt really challenging today, and it's part of what I want to talk about right now. For those of you who don't know, we kicked off our most recent offering, the latest offer in the DKC, Dani, Kenney coaching world, called the Soulful Success Bundle, where we've taken 3 live offerings and put them together. And I'm really excited about this. We're only on day 3. And the results have already been so magical. The shifts, the breakthrough, the clarity, the way that the women are showing up. And the reason I'm here today, right now with you live on this video is because of that. So the Soulful Success Bundle, we started on Wednesday. That was day 1. Today is day 3. If you still want to join us, you can. That's not what this video is about. However, we kicked off with something that I created last year called Go Live. Go Live, the 10-day visibility accelerator. And sort of in the name, kind of self-explanatory, but the idea behind this is creating live videos, going live every day consistently for 10 days and building that habit, building that muscle of not just showing up and posting every day, but like showing your face, sharing your voice, sharing your message and what's coming up. And there's lots of different ways that I support the women to do that. But I really, truly believe that that is one of the most powerful ways to create the impact that you're here to make, to build your community, to share your message, to do the powerful work that you're here to do as a heart-centered leader and entrepreneur. And also works really well for conversion, right? This is the number one way for people to really get to know, love, and trust you. And when people know, love, and trust you, chances are they're really going to want to work with you. They're going to want to know, okay, if I'm experiencing this level of activation, these kinds of shifts and breakthroughs from her free content, her free trainings, her 3 to 5 minute videos, I wonder what it would be like to be in her world. So there's so much power in this. And I'm somebody who, if I'm going to lead, and I am a leader, I'm going to lead by example. And I understand that what I'm asking these women to do, to go live every day for 10 days, that is no small feat. That is not for the faint of heart, and that takes a ton of courage. And so I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to show up for you. I'm going to show up for the women inside of that community. But again, that felt extra hard. I feel like a little emotional right now. I'm going to try not to cry. But how you hold yourself matters. How you hold yourself matters. So we're getting to the end of a week. Hello. At the time of this live recording, it happens to be Friday. And say hello as you're hopping on live. Please hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. But I had big plans for this week. I mean, don't we all the time? If you don't know, my family and I were in Maui last week, and it was amazing. And it was the first time I allowed myself to completely disconnect from anything and everything related to my work, which is really hard, one, as a business owner, because there's so much stake and so much responsibility, but also it's really hard too when you like genuinely love what you do, who you serve, and your heart is in like every minute, every ounce of everything, right? And so really it took a lot, if I'm being completely honest. It was really hard for me to completely disconnect. It's been over 2, maybe even close to 3 years since I've gone on vacation and haven't worked at all. And so it felt good. It was beautiful. And that being said, I was very excited and I was ready this week to jump back in. And I had big plans and it was going to look a certain way. And it ended up being one of those weeks where nothing went as planned. And it felt like a lot of things were working against me. And I could, and if I'm being completely honest, there is a little bit of that energy of feeling defeated. But it's very different than a past version of Dani. After a week as challenging as this one, there is a past version of me who would have made it mean something about her, who would have made it mean that she's not enough, she wasn't working hard enough, she didn't do enough, that she's failing, that she doesn't have what it takes. She would use that as evidence as why she couldn't succeed or why she wasn't where she wanted to be. Can you relate to this? And there was this moment earlier today where I was driving around, chauffeuring my people, sick kids, that I was, hello, my love, which having sick kids throws things off. That's one thing, but it's also like heartbreaking to see your babies not well. Like, I think that's part of why I want to cry. Just seeing these strong, resilient kiddos, like, not doing well. And there was a moment today where not only were all of those past stories, things that I had once said to myself, things that a way that a week like this would have manifested within my internal reality, within my head and my heart space, not only was none of that present, but the story today at the end of a really challenging week was, I'm so proud of you. You are doing such a great job. Like, I can't believe how amazingly you're navigating all of this, the way that you're showing up for yourself, for your family, how quickly and like relatively effortlessly you're making the changes and the pivots and you're adjusting the schedules and you're taking care of what's important. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, or we don't have to use labels, but if you ask my clients, I don't think any of my clients knew any of this was going on. And if I needed to communicate that, I would. And it just that level of love and the way that I've been able to hold myself in a difficult, challenging week is literally a complete 180 from where I used to be and who I used to be and how I view myself and the way that I talk to myself. And I'm feeling emotional for all kinds of reasons, but I felt that earlier today where, do you ever do this? Like, thoughts will come in, like I'll talk to myself in like with the voice of my mind, and really it's probably the voice of my heart. And there was this voice within me. No one else could hear it, but I could hear it. I could feel it. I could sense it. And it was just, I'm so proud of you. You are doing such a good job. I can't believe how much you're doing and how much you're holding, and you're doing it with so much grace and you're doing it so beautifully. Do you ever talk to yourself like that? Like, that's not who I was not that long ago. And, you know, all of this is attributed to the healing journey that I've been on, the growth journey that I've been on, the transformation that not only have I experienced, but through being able to experience these things, I am now trained and certified and educated in being able to facilitate this type of deep, deep work, inner work that impacts every area of our life and of our business and makes everything so much richer and so much deeper and so much sweeter, more fulfilling and more satisfying. And I just wanted to share that with you. So today I got to sign off to go love on my babies who are not feeling well. And make sure that I take really good care of myself so that I can be strong and resilient and all the things that they need their mama to be right now. But the topic of this conversation, or the title of this conversation, is how you hold yourself matters. What does that mean? The way that you relate to yourself, the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you care for yourself, the way that you show up for yourself, all of that matters. And it especially matters during those challenging seasons when, if you're anything like me or a past version of me, I would have abandoned myself so quickly. I would have given my power away. I would have made it mean I was bad or wrong or some other silly story. Tell me if you can relate to this. And that's not who I am. That's not my story. That's not how this goes anymore. So I hope that you can relate to the flip side of this story. And if not, if there's anything I can support you with, and maybe this video, maybe this message was exactly what you were needing to hear, that is my deepest intention and desire. Or maybe this is helping you realize that there's something else possible for you. There is a new reality. There is a new way that you get to care for yourself and look at yourself. There's a new story for you. And if you need any support with that, I'm right here. Feel free to reach out to me. I love you. Mwah.